Action, please.
Welcome back to the Box Clever rehearsal room on Jekyll and Hyde. And today we have Jack Blakey with us. How you doing?
Yeah, well, good, thank you.
Jack is the composer on Jekyll and Hyde, and he's made a really exciting, visceral soundtrack. But what's it all about? What were your inspirations? And talk to us about the making of the soundtrack.
Yeah, so this has been a really long process for me because I first started on the project 2.5 years ago when we were doing work with students. And I think my main thinking was I really wanted to bring out this sort of dark, gothic, spooky element of the play, but also I wanted it to feel fresh as well. You know, I didn't want it to just feel like, oh, this is a sort of a book, a text that's set way back in the past. I wanted it to really, really like hit home today. So I was sort of starting with playing with those ideas, listening to a lot of Billie Eilish at the time as well, because I think she really has both of those, the sort of dark moodiness, but also it's very current, like it's very dancey. It's got good rhythms, I suppose.
Nice, fantastic. It's a real genre mashup, isn't it? Like lots of different kind of flavours. You guys have been working with the soundtrack a bit this week. Jacob, would you add anything to that in terms of what's it like being an actor interacting with the soundtrack like this?
Oh, it makes it so much easier. Having music, I don't know, I feel like I speak for everyone here. You just get into the scene so much more, and it's so much easier to stay within it. And it's also nice, especially when we've got quite a lot of movement-based scenes where there's no words at all. And having the movement in the background is just a lot easier to stay in time with each other. And it just makes it so much more encompassing. I really enjoy using music.
Yeah, Coco, why is music like important in a theatrical production? What was it important for you? Like, what do you like about sort of working so closely with musicians and?
I feel like it helps build the environment. It helps build the scene and the set, and it allows you to visualize. I feel like as an actor, you're using a lot of imagination. And music is almost like another prop, another tool that you can use to build the picture even further. So it's really helped us kind of, whether it's movements throughout your body, how quickly you're moving from one side of the stage to the other, how you interact with your other castmates on stage. It's a really useful tool to kind of expanding the story a lot more.
Yeah. And finally, there's like a couple of little bits of live elements in this play. We've got some singing. What else have we got? Jack, in our story that's played in live to aid the atmosphere and energy of the play?
Yeah, we've got a mix of both recorded and live media, lots of kind of, I guess you would call them body sounds that we make with our own voice and body without the use of instruments, as well as recorded media. And I don't know, the live music, I think you call it diegetic, I think that's the word that you professionals would use. But when you've got nice diegetic music, not only, like Coco was saying, does it create an atmosphere, but also, if you're in tune as the character, you know, that can become your heartbeat or the blood rushing through your veins or your internal monologue. And all of a sudden, everything, all the production elements are in tune with what you're moving as the character. And when that works as a connection, that's when it's really, really useful for us.
Yeah, thank you. And just finally, back to our esteemed composer. You know, this production, when it went out last year on tour, you played live and you had all your setup in the corner, which is tremendously exciting. But this time, we have some live elements played by the company, but you've got the situation where you're able to actually properly record this stuff and reevaluate some of your choices that you made, I imagine, quite quickly, riffing off what was happening in last year's rehearsal room. But here you are, you've got a bit of time and space to like really think about what this play needs musically, and also get that time to properly record it. What's it like, sort of taking it back into the studio?
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially from taking it from last year when it's just a whole different thing really, because I was working with a loop pedal, so you are sort of limited inherently by what you can compose because you have to build everything up element by element. But then also there's the joy that because you're live, you can react in the moment to exactly what the cast are doing. So I'm a drummer, so a lot of last year worked with hits happening on certain words and things that really sort of worked between me and the cast. But then the joy this year is really just the production level that it gives you, being able to go into the studio. You can layer up lots and lots and lots of different things. You can really focus on effects. You can focus on exactly the sound that you want. And you can know that it's going to be exactly the same every single time. It's always going to sound just like that. So hopefully it allows you to really sort of hone in on like exactly what it is that the play needs.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thanks very much. I absolutely love working with composers. We've literally just finished a really exciting music meeting. So I hope you really enjoy the music in the show. The final thing to say is, of course, these actors are going to be mic'd up during the performance. So we will be blasting you guys with the tunes. The bass is like killing my ears, I'll tell you. It is wob, wob, wob. That's the only way I can describe it. So there will be... we are going to come and absolutely set fire to your school. I mean, not literally set fire to it, but musically it's going to hopefully hit you in the solar plexus. And we hope you enjoy our music in Jekyll Hyde. Thanks very much.